Hi, and good morning here from Studente Bowling Club here in Bloemfontein, host of the under 25s at the 2024 edition of the Bowl South Africa National Junior National Championships, proudly brought to you by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. Our next featured match is just waiting for the starting bell. They've just completed their trial ends. Is Boland against Northwest. Currently Boland leading their section, and Northwest in fourth position. The second place is currently held by Eastern Province, and they are playing against City Beng on the rink, 2 rings from us on rink 4. And then we have Northern Cape against BGN on rink 5. Ring 3 we have Ekurhuleni against Sables. And ring 1 we have Eden against Northern Free State. Now they playing with a time limit of 2 hours, so they're waiting just for the starting bell. And this is round 6 now. Now we're set up here on rink A. A nice vantage point behind the head in the clubhouse for all the action from the commentary box. Hi, Willem. Glad to have you on the live stream again, one of our regulars. Always nice to have you see your comments. Remember, this is interactive, so you're more than welcome to ask any questions, or if I don't know the answer, I'll see if I can get a expert who has, especially if it's a technical thing. We can always ask a technical official around the green quickly for a comment on a question that you might have, which is more technically related. And like we said, they're playing 12 ends, 3 sets of 4, 1 point per set, and then points for the win as well. And the sets are reset again at
Dit is, ja, Boland. So Boland are actually on top,
Yeah,
aren't
they are
Yeah.
top, and Northwest is currently. Yeah, and this match has now started. And I'm joined in commentary by the evergreen and well knowledgeable lady selector Jenny Jones. Nice to have you in the commentary again.
Good morning, Jean. It's an absolute pleasure to be here in Bloemfontein and watching the under-25s here at Studente. A wonderful day today with a little bit of overcast weather, so it's not as hot. But yes, the Greens look like they're running very well today again, and looking forward to a great game here between Northwest and Boland. Jenny can speak. Yeah, as I was saying, sorry about the break in our commentary there. We were just sorting out the microphones. But wonderful to be here in Bloemfontein again. The sky is opening up a little bit. So there is a bit of sunshine, but the conditions are a little bit cooler and I think a lot more pleasant for the players. So looking at the head, looks like we've got Boland lying 2 shots over here with the Northwest skip Tinnis. Thirds having a good look to see which is going to be the best shot to play to try and cut down.
Yeah, a lovely vantage point we have here in the clubhouse, Jenny. Not affected by the wind as much as we were yesterday and the sun.
Correct. Yeah, this is a lovely club known as Studente. The greens are of a high quality and the facilities are very good for all the youngsters as well, Jacques.
Yeah, and if you're here, you know you're going to be looked after by Tannie Elise.
Yes, as a manager, I was here with the youngsters, and Tannie Elise has been on this organising committee for many years, so she knows what it's all about, looking after the players and the officials. It looks like it's 2 to Boland after the first end.
Now they're playing a set format here, different than we had yesterday at the under 18s and under 15s. So it's 12 ends of 3 sets of 4, and the sets are reset on each one. So that's why we'll keep you updated on what's happening on this set one. But the matches next door, we'll just give you the overall score updates.
Yeah. So again, the sets format with only 12 ends, 4 ends per set. It's crucial to keep shots down to a minimum. It's 1 point per set and 2 overall. So the maximum points is 5 points for the game, eh?
And like we saw in the previous match, it went down to the last bowl of the last set, with each team winning 1 set against this Northern Free State match we had in the previous stream. And Sidibeng just narrowing, beating on the last set, on the last bowl to win the match.
Fantastic. Well, I've been here from earlier this morning, watched the first session on the other green, and some absolutely awesome bowls from these under 25s. I watched a game between Northern Cape, your district, Jacques, and the team of 4 ladies from Sables. And really, some talent that bodes well for South African bowls.
Yeah, that side I think was skipped by Kieran Kelly from Kimberley.
Correct.
A wonderful young player. A few years ago, he was the Northern Cape Masters, Junior Masters champion, beating out Charles Peter Matthewson and Rian van Niekerk, who won the under 30 title.
Wow, that's quite an achievement, because both of those youngsters, master bowlers in their own right, have done well in their careers. So he's certainly got the talent. He played some lovely bowls, and skipping opposite him was young Layla Snyman from Sables, who some of our viewers that are regular bowlers will know. She also represented Sables in the recent under 30 Masters held at Wingate Park.
The lead from the Northwest side having a good start, Lizandri Hildebrand. Jack just moving a little bit off centre line on the last bowls. But she still, I think, is holding shot, it looks like.
Yes, let's see what happens. Yeah, no, it's just pulled up a little bit short. Yeah, Lizandri as well, a young under 30 master bowler from Northwest. She was the gold medalist at the recent under 30 Masters at Wingate Park. So I think any skip would be very happy to have her in their team as a lead because she's pretty solid, eh, Jacques?
Yeah, no, definitely. And in that match, she faced Tabello in the finals, and a really great show on that finals of the Junior Masters.
Very much so. Yeah, I think this is, I'm not sure if our viewers are aware, but Boland are top of the section at the moment in this particular section, which is this the red section?
Yes, the red
This
section.
this is the red section, and they are playing Northwest, who in the previous round had a bye. So I think Boland still have to have their bye. So this could be considered a top of the table game. And so the points here are going to be invaluable. Any points they get are going to help them for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I think going into this tournament, this was probably the two top pick teams if you were looking at them on paper, especially with Northwest. The exact side last year playing in the finals, only Roland Olivier hasn't been included now.
Okay,
Cabose's
yes.
brother.
Yes. Oh, right, there we go. And I was talking to Izil Fourie, a young under 30 gold medalist some years ago. She's managing the team, and she was saying to me that this team of Boland has been, three of them have been together since the under 19 ranks. So it's only the one player that's quite new. And so they've already got quite an established relationship with each other, and I think there's a lot of respect amongst these 8 players.
And we have Janku, referred to as Jankie Plankie, the skip.
Oh, there we go. Some nice nicknames coming out. Well, he's not far from the target. That was an awesome draw. It looks like the screen's got a lovely bend to it, Jacques.
Yeah, now we saw in the first match that both sides actually have quite a nice bend. In the previous match, they preferred playing on the backhand, playing away from the clubhouse, where most of this match has been the players have played on the backhand. Or the forehand, I mean.
The forehand, yes.
Yes. But we saw on the previous match, if you follow that correct line, you get the results you were looking for.
This looks like a very good line. He's adjusted his line. Let's have a look at his weight. Little bit heavy, little bit through the head.
Yeah. Very experienced number 3 with Ronan Olivier, with some international experience as well.
He represented Namibia,
Yes.
didn't he? Yes, that's right, yeah. No, certainly an asset to Northwest, that's for sure.
His brother also played a stint at Northwest while he was studying there at Potch.
Yes. I think Cabose is now in West Province,
Yes.
isn't he? Yes.
And I hear he's after a short break, he's back playing.
Wonderful, yeah, no, he's a good talent, and it'll be nice to see him back on the green again.
Having a measure.
I think they've taken one shot
out,
out. Yeah, measure for the second shot. Let's have a look, see. 2.
2.
So they go into Boland going into a 4-0 lead
Yeah, we
on
saw.
the second end.
And we saw on the first match as well, the one side got off to a flyer and then set their way back in the second set.
Oh my goodness. My apologies. I thought Boland had picked up. It was actually 2 to Northwest, Jacques.
Oh,
So
2
it's
to
actually
Northwest,
2-all,
okay.
yes. I thought with the Northwest third measuring that he was conceding the shots, but I think the Boland youngster.
And maybe Roland wanted to make sure he got that second shot. He was happy
Correct.
to get the first one, but he wanted that second shot. So he went
Yes.
down to measure it himself.
That's right, yes. Here comes Lizandri. Nice bowl, great start
Great
from the
weight
youngster.
control. To do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also lovely weight.
They're by Jock Beneke, or Bones.
Yeah, Lizandri's just over-adjusted a little bit on the grass there and the weight. Her first bowl was good weight, but she needed to adjust that grass. But the back bowls, I think, in this game are going to be crucial as well because with us playing the sets format as well, the dead jack, burnt ends is respotted on the 2 meter mark, so the back bowls are very seldom lost.
Yeah, I think it's almost a question of almost having some perfect delivery cover there at the back, some insurance policies there at the back.
Correct, yeah. Perfect Delivery, sponsor of bowls in South Africa for over 20 years. And yeah, it's always good to have that little bit of extra cover, eh?
Yeah. Of course, this tournament being sponsored by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. So big shout out to them for making it possible for us to host this wonderful event.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic that they've come to the party over the last number of years, and Bowl South Africa and the bowling community of South Africa are very appreciative of their support.
Yeah, and this year being the 50th year since freedom in 1994, it's a special occasion for the government as well. So they're having a nice campaign. So you'll see the logo on the screen at the moment. 30 years, celebrating 30 years of freedom since 1994.
Yeah, and some of these youngsters weren't even born then, being under 25. So it's quite an eye-opener to see how bowls has developed in the last 30 years as well.
Oh, looks to be on a good track. Just running through slightly, but I think it's in a good position there.
Yeah. Not far from that 2 meter mark either, because with that shot bowl lying, it looks like it might even be touching the jack. If you play with that pound on weight, the jack could finish up in that area where those back bowls are lying.
Yeah, and speaking from experience, I know Tinus van Zyl and Roland Willifie, they like playing the attacking shots. And it looks like Roland is going for that
he's
attacking.
With that weight.
And he's not far off, just slightly going through the gap. And will that one stay alive? Unfortunately not.
Just running off. Yeah, no, not a full drive, just a nice controlled weight shot.
I personally find that controlled weight shot is a lot better than just going for the full drive. Because sometimes in the full drive, it's not like you have much control of what's happening at the other end, because that bowls can go anywhere in any direction.
Yeah, I find, being on the ladies' side, the ladies play maybe a slightly less aggressive game than the men. And I'm not one for the full drive. I prefer the pound-on shot, where I believe you have a lot more control to make contact and the outcome as well.
Yeah, I hear Neil Burkett at the camps and stuff. He tells the men, no cowboy bowls, shooting from the hip.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Now, I always say, Jacques, bowls on the green is what can help in the game. So with a good shot, with a wick, or whatever the case is, might be a lucky shot. Back bowls, and particularly in the sets format, are handy. And to play a full drive and miss, you're losing the advantage. So they have to think tactical here and keep the bowls in play. Yeah, tennis looks on a good road over here. Was more drawing weight, but he got hurt by some traffic in the
Yeah.
front there. Yeah, Janku, the skipper of Boland, running after his bowl. Yeah, and he's converted it for 2, maybe 3 shots there. Yeah, 3 shots, three and a measure down. So the pressure's on Tinus, skipper of Northwest. Deciding to come up to the head to have a look at the position, because with it being sets and there's only 4 ends per set, crucial that they don't drop big numbers, because alternatively, the set could be out of their control. So they're having a look to see how many shots they're down and what the best option's going to be to try and get the shot here. Yeah, Tinus deciding to play the forehand. After consulting with his team, he's playing with a little bit of weight. Let's have a look. If he gets his ball full, he's got a chance. No, unfortunately got interrupted by the traffic. So Janko, known as Yankee Banky, got the opportunity to draw the bonus shot over here, which Boland will look forward to take a lead in this match after this end is completed. Yeah, so it's 3, they've conceded 3 shots and they're going to measure now. Four shots to Boland. Oh, that was quite a crucial end, playing after 3 ends, then becomes 6-2 with 1 end to go in the set. So Northwest have got their work cut out to try and save the set.
Yeah.
It was quite a risky shot for Tinus to play there, being 4 down or 3 and a measure down, for him to try and run the jack, because there was a bit of a few bowls in the front. So it was a fine line. Jacques, I don't know what your view is on that.
Yeah, no, I always tell my players, if you want to play the attacking shot, at least make sure you have second shot in the bag already. So you don't drop a multiple. If you miss, you just drop 1.
Yeah.
And preferably you should have third shot on the other side, because normally when you miss your line, you take your own ball out.
Correct. Anyway, this is going to be a big test of character for these youngsters to see how they adjust. Boland will have their tails in the air, and we're looking forward to this tight battle.
And Jock just missing his line there slightly. We saw in the first match, if you miss, especially playing on this forehand, playing away from the clubbers, if you miss your line, it's not very forgiving. It bends quite a lot. This looks to be on a good road. Just behind.
Good start from Lazandri.
Alessandri's dad being the manager as well, and her mum is the manager of the other side. So a family affair.
Lovely, lovely.
And her grandfather is doing duty as umpire at Oranje,
Yes,
being pulled in there
that's it.
after one of the umpires was unable to get to the venue.
Yeah, no, Henry's done a lot for bowls. I know he was on this organising committee a couple of years, and obviously he's decided to take a break, but come and support the bowls. And it's commendable for him to make himself available to be on duty there at Oranje.
Yeah, and he's done a lot for Northwest in developing these youngsters. Many of these teams from the under 15 to under 18 levels are coached by him.
Oh, right, yes, you're quite right.
And if you look at Lizandri's technique, he must be a fairly good coach.
Yeah, no, she's got a very good technique and a very likable youngster, and plays some lovely bowls.
Oh, she actually has a twin sister.
Now that I didn't know. And her sister, does she play bowls?
No, unfortunately
Oh,
not.
there we go. That's why we don't know about her.
Oh, sorry, no. It's her other sister that I was thinking about. Yeah, she has a younger sister.
Oh, right. Okay.
But
Okay.
unfortunately, the bowls bug has not bitten her yet.
Oh, well, the younger the better. But yeah, you've got to be passionate about the sport. So I'm sure watching her sister must give her a lot of pleasure, and watching Granny and Grandpa and Mom and Dad play as well. But, you can't force the youngsters. You've got to give them the choice, because when you play bowls, you've got to play it to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about bowls is there's a space for you if you want just to play socially or competitive, or just hang out with family and friends next to the green. There's a space for that as well. We saw yesterday we had the one side from BGN with their supporters coming down, walking the youngsters in their gear and everything, singing Inkies in a Ray.
That's it. Yeah, no, that was so cute. They could be our potential under 15s.
Yes, oh, that's...
Very good shot there
Yeah.
from William van der Merwe, passionately known by his friends as Fuzzy. Ronan looks like he's got a lovely line here. Let's see, all in the weight. His team are clapping the bowl in.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
seem to be happy. And now giving Williams a bit of a resting bowls that he can use there. I think he's just gone a bit wide.
Yeah.
His weight was perfect for the shot he was attempting. I have to say, Roland has a very smooth delivery, and nothing seems to faze him. He seems quite relaxed.
Yes, you're quite right, yeah. And slightly different to his brother. His
Yeah.
brother sort of stands behind the mat, walks on the mat and delivers. He actually is sort of stationary on the mat, but a very smooth delivery. It's the first time I've actually seen Ronan playing. So certainly got some nice potential as well.
Janko on the mat. Sticking to that backhand.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether the blue bowl of Northwest is actually lying, or whether
That red ball.
the red or the whitish bowl of
Lazandri.
Lazandri. Nobody's really given any idea of who's down.
They're keeping it a secret for us. We might have to ask for a lollipop lady.
Yeah, let's have a look-see. Tennis is very close. That looks like it could be the shot. Let's have a look-see.
It's
No?
still holding. It seems
Boland still
yeah,
holding.
Just the one. So it's definitely that red ball at the back, I think.
Yeah, and that red ball could be holding Northwest out of quite a few shots. So Janko running up after his bowl here, and if he gets close and puts a bowl strategically over there,
Yeah, that's a good spot.
very
He
good
would have
spot.
liked to be on the inside of that orange bowl, maybe having a second bowl in there as well into the count.
Yes.
But at
It's-
least now he has something that just makes Tinus not think about taking out that red bowl or just resting it out.
Yeah, does he like it?
No, I
Maybe
think it's a bit wide.
slight bit wide.
Great
Just-
weight. They're having a look.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Oh.
actually taking.
Tinus's
I saw
bowl
out.
was the shot bowl. My goodness. It looked like it was a little
Yeah.
bit short, so
They're actually having a
they're
measure
measuring
for
now.
Lisandri's bowl as well. Both of Tinus's bowls.
2, so that gives Boland the set.
Yeah, winning that.
4 to Northwest and Boland 6, so the first set goes to Boland. And I think, again, irrespective of how many ends you're playing, the sets format is always an interesting format because it gives the team that lost the first set the opportunity to perform in the second set and then push it to a tiebreak.
Yeah, I was speaking about that this morning, that in the districts we saw quite a few sides that after they lost that first set, they win the second set and the third set and then the overall. And that was the case this morning in our first match, with Citibank losing that first set against Northern Free State and then winning the last 2 sets to win the match.
Yeah, and that's the important thing, is it's never say die. There's always an opportunity to come back.
I see one of our spectators there at the back is Secha Makoto, standing next to the manager.
Yeah, great bowler from Northwest. Won many titles in her time. Secha.
Yeah, just for our viewers, we had a question now from one of our spectators here, asking why Boland is starting this end, and it's basically because they won the set.
Correct.
So they get the privilege of starting the next end.
Yeah, so that's all. Those are all in the conditions
Yeah.
of play, which are sent out to districts and made available on the Bowl South Africa website prior to the commencement of the tournament, so that when the youngsters get down here to Bloemfontein, they know exactly what the conditions of play are, and there's no negotiation.
Yeah, no, and it's a nice format doing it that way, because then there's an advantage for winning a set, that you get the privilege of deciding the length of the next end.
Correct.
Because that deciding the length is so important, especially in a tactical game like when you're playing sets and in a team format, to play to your strength. You need to have that jack at your length that you prefer.
Yeah, I think so. Some people prefer to have the last bowl, but I think putting the jack or lining up the jack to your strengths, your team's strength, is certainly an advantage.
Yeah, and that's one skill, especially at club level, that seems to be overlooked, is the rolling of the jack. I see many players just going up to the mat and just throwing it down. It looks like it's bouncing about 4 to 5 times before it gets to the halfway mark. And they have the attitude, we'll play where it ends up anyway.
Yes.
When you see these more professional sides, you can see there's definitely a plan in the game plan where they want the lengths and when they change the lengths as well.
Yes. And you see as well, the minimum length, for those viewers that aren't bowlers and don't know the laws of the game and so on, the minimum length from the front of the mat to where the jack is lined up is 23 meters. So at times you find that a team may even pull the mat up a few meters and then put that jack. It's still at 23 meters, but the depth perception is different because the mat is up and the jack is a little bit further along.
And that's always a good tactic when you have a team that is using the bags on the bank as their marker.
Yes. We've just had a beautiful shot drawn here by Jan Kruger, the second from Northwest. So Northwest are holding the shot, and they might even be holding 2 on this end.
And remember to share this live video on your wall as well. It's how you can do your part to promote the sport of bowls. Let's get some of our non-bowlers watching this as well and seeing how much the sport have changed. Maybe they still have the perception of 20 years ago or 30 years ago of what lawn bowls is, all in white with the black and brown bowls.
Yeah, and also don't forget about the brown shoes. These days, if you just have a look across, the dress code has been relaxed, and it certainly bodes well for the youngsters. And footwear too, very, very colourful, but mostly very comfortable because you spend the time on your feet, and so it's important to have comfortable shoes.
Yeah, with these games, they're spending at least 8 hours a day on the green.
Oh, here comes a bowl trying.
Yeah. Will
Oh,
it
wow.
fall over?
Fallen in.
Yes.
Shot bowl.
Now you can see the excitement from the Boland players on this side.
Yeah, Ronan's looking very, very good. Oh, wow, what a try. Needed a blade of grass to rest that shot ball.
I have to say, when you go to some clubs and you get that wimpy with the brown shoes, you better make sure you know what you're doing because they normally can play the sport of bowls.
100%. And that's what we say about bowls. You know, it's an ageless sport. Whether you've been playing for 6 months or for 20 years or 30 years, you can compete against each other and learn from the best.
Yeah, and like we said, if being a family sport as well, you can have a youngster taking on his grandfather at the club championships and beating him.
Correct.
Or the other way around.
Yeah, and that's a groundbreaker when the youngster is able to beat the grandfather, because that's sometimes what's expected. But then when grandfather turns the tables and beats the youngster, it's a bit of a leveler, eh? Yeah, Tinus is trying. He looks like he's got an extremely good bowl here. Hold a little bit longer, and he's drawn right on top.
Yes,
fantastic
wonderful ball.
Draw.
And getting high fives from his team.
Yeah, it's just the one. They've got Northwest got quite a nice back bowl over there, just about a foot or so behind the jack. But Janko Kaiser, Yankee Panky, has been playing very, very well so far. So let's see if he's going to just play over the draw, because if he can just sit the shot bowl or just touch the jack maybe a couple of centimeters, he can make a few shots. Yeah, Jacques.
Yeah, and he's playing on that backhand. Just needs to get around that front red. And he looks to be on a good line. Will he have the weight? That's the question. It wasn't a perfect line for the shot.
He was. He was a little bit short. Right? Let's see if Tinus can repeat it and capitalize for his team again, because he drew 2 pearlers on the previous end. He's keeping his team in the game over here.
It looks to be on a good line again.
It's very, very good.
Oh, what an attempt.
What a try. Yeah, so it'll be the 1 to Northwest. It gives them a 1-0 lead in the second set. But overall, Boland leading 6-5 after 5 ends.
A quick update on the other scores. We have, we have Northern Cape against BGN. The current score there, all peels at 3 after 4 ends. Then we have on rink 1, we have Northern Free State versus Eden. Current score there is 4-3 in favor of Northern Free State. And then Your old district, Ekurhuleni, currently on 0 against Sables, who's on 8 after 4 ends.
Yeah, I'm led to believe the two youngsters that are playing in the front rank for Ekurhuleni, it's their first tournament. They've
Yeah.
only been playing for about 6 months. So, you know, even in the under 25s, we always talk about the under 15s and under 18s, you know, for the youngsters to come down to get some experience. But the under 25 category, some of the districts are blooding new players, and it's a
Yeah,
wonderful opportunity for
yeah,
them to
and-
come
and-
down and meet people and just see how competitive this level of bowls is in this category.
And getting that experience will go back to the club level, and then they'll build from there.
100%.
And especially when you have new players, it's quite important to get them playing at this level so they can see what they need to work on as well.
Correct. The Jack just knocked off centre there by Jacques Bones Bierneke, and Lizondre just missing her line a little bit.
Jenny, when you were playing, what position were you normally selected as?
You know, when I was selected to represent Ekurhuleni, or before it became Ekurhuleni, it was Eastern Gauteng Bowls. I was actually the lead in the team, and then progressed slowly. I never really played second much, but my favorite position is actually playing third. I find that that is my comfort zone. But now that I'm not that involved in trying to build a record anymore, I'm more involved in the coaching and the selection side. I really enjoy playing any position except skip. So yeah. In my day, I was actually telling a friend that I actually skipped for South Africa and the African states before I actually skipped for my district in the old days. But I think that was also part of my temperament and character building. But I played with a lady when I was the third in the team for Ekurhuleni Bowls Eastern Gauteng in the old days. I played third to Linda Dixon, who is the mom of the Protea BJ Dixon, and Linda and I used to love playing bowls together. So she doesn't play anymore. I'm still around, and enjoying it. And with having recently relocated to Bowls Gauteng North, I've joined Wingate Park, and I'm playing with some nice youngsters there. So I'm happy for them to take the responsibility of skip, and I'll play any position as long as I can enjoy the bowls.
A wonderful bowl there by William Fuzzy van der Merwe, drawing the shot.
Wasn't that Hanrey Pool?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Andre Pool. Yeah, it's the first stepping
Pooley.
up today. Yeah, Pooley.
I see his nickname is Pooley. Yeah, no, he drew a pearl over there, eh? Let's see what Ronan can do. Seems to be favouring that forehand. Looks like there's a nice bend on that forehand. So let's have a look. His line looks very good here from behind. Let's see if he's got the weight.
Yeah. Maybe just half a meter on, and
Yeah.
maybe slightly more grass.
Little bit more attacking. 2 meters. Yeah, I think he's a little bit 2 meters short. You know, I always say as a third.
Oh, wonderful
what a-
ball there.
That's now
So
from
now,
Fuzzy.
Now Fuzzy makes my comment. He heard me and he decided he had to make sure my comment doesn't get wasted.
There we go. There we go. Well, tennis is now calling Ronan on a more attacking shot on the backhand, because I think there could be 3 shots down there.
I have to say, I always prefer, if you need to make a attacking play, that you're free to do it so your skip can fix whatever happened after that attacking bowl.
Yeah. He took one bowl out, but I don't think he changed
No.
much. Still 2 down. And I think Northwest's, or maybe even more down, Northwest bowls out ahead. So the pressure's going to be on Tennis to get his side out of a bit of trouble here.
Oh, and this looks to be another good line by Fuzzy. Oh, unfortunately, just running into a bit of traffic there.
Yeah, these side bowls look like they could be in the line for a nice draw, but I think Tennis's job here is to actually draw a good second shot and keep his team in the hunt here.
Sometimes getting that second shot is worth 2 shots later on,
Correct, you're quite right.
especially in the sets format.
Yeah, you drop a big number in the sets and then it's a bit of a deal breaker. Tennis likes his bowl. Let's see if he's getting second shot here.
And he's going to be close. Oh, I think he's got...
Nearly. I think he was a fraction heavy, but he needed a bit more of a ride off that second shot.
But rather be up than short when you're down.
Correct, 100%.
Oh, what a ball.
Ah, beautiful draw there from Yankee Panky, known, that's his nickname, Janko Keizer as the skip. Tennis having a good look there because this is the second end of the second set and you don't want to drop big numbers, so the pressure's on.
I think he's looking at these options, playing the drive. I know his blood likes to boil, and I think he's probably thinking, what if he burns it? Does he have the 2 meter mark covered?
Right, that's very, very important in the sets format because when there's a dead jack or the jack is burnt, we place the jack on the 2 meter
he's
mark.
setting himself up for a drive, it looks like. He just looks like the way he's gripping his ball, it just looks like it's going to be something with. And unfortunately, he's going to take his own ball out.
My goodness. Not a good option there.
Yeah, like you said, maybe getting either second, because it looks like he might be 3 down, maybe 4.
Yeah, at least 3. There's at least 3 shots there, which then going to put Northwest under great pressure in the second set as well.
And we have to remember they also dropped a 4 in the first set as well, which was the decider there.
Yeah. Let's see what Janko can do here, whether he's going to add to the tally.
There's no real risk for him playing on his forehand there. All the balls there are his own, so he only has to basically beat Lizandri's ball. So going nice and wide, and I think he's done enough.
Could be. Let's have a look, see how many they take out. 3 out.
3 outs already.
Yeah.
They're having a look at...
Looking for a 4th there.
Yeah, I think Fuzzy might be wanting to have 5 there.
From this angle, it looks like it could be 5, but Ronan is measuring. Yeah, 4 shots.
4 shots.
4 shots, so there they go into the lead. In the second set, 4 shots to 1, having won the first set. And they've concluded 6 ends in total. Score now 10-5 to Boland.
And like we said, Boland will want to win this one with their bye still coming.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the teams have got a bye, but that's how it happens. So you're never quite sure until the last game and until each team has had their bye, whether you still got a chance to get in there in terms of getting a medal. Yeah, in fact, I'm just looking at the draw here. Jacques, Boland actually have their bye in the last session. So that'll be tomorrow afternoon in the third session.
Yeah.
Before the semi-finalists are decided. So they've got to try and get all the points they can.
So they can sit back and hopefully No, they are in the finals or the semi-finals.
Semi-finals, yes.
Yeah, Boland currently on 18.5 points. Second is Eastern Province on 17.5 points, so only 1 point difference there.
Wow.
And then third, we have BGN currently on 17 points.
Very close.
And fourth, because of the bye, you can see this point difference because of the bye.
Yes.
Northwest on 13.5.
Yeah, so all these points are very important. Any of the sets that you can try and win just gives you that little bit of an edge, because I think it's going to be a close finish.
Yeah, for those wondering what's happening in the red section, we have Johan. Yeah, he wants to say a few words. Now he's running away.
Johan, never mind, Johan. You're doing a great job with your organising committee. Facilities are great. Greens are running well. You've even organised slightly overcast conditions, so it's not that dreaded 30 degrees. What is the temperature today? Jacques, have you checked that for us?
I'll check you in a minute. But
certainly much more bearable conditions.
Yeah, no, definitely. In the other section, the red section, we have Ekurhuleni in the lead on 20 points.
Yeah, and Ekurhuleni, that team of Ekurhuleni players, those youngsters have all come through the under 19 ranks. And then when Bowl South Africa changed it to under 20, they played in under 20. And recently, Benny Foster and Josh Brits represented Ekurhuleni in the B inter-districts in George and got a bronze medal. So it's very pleasing to see how the youngsters have actually come through the ranks. That was a brilliant shot.
And second in that section is the local guys from Southern Free State. And they're on 18 points, so 2 points behind. And third is Sable's side with that Snyman you were talking about, Lena Snyman, yeah, on 15 points.
Yeah, that's an all-girl team. And I watched them earlier on. You've got Tabelo Mavangu, who's a current Protea player, and the other three youngsters. Some of them have represented Sables in the B and Open Inter districts. Certainly a nice combination of youngsters that play together.
Yeah, we can stand there.
Can you see the camera?
Yeah.
Can you see the shot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we can stand there.
No, you guys can.
We can stand outside.
I want to go and see.
Ja, ek weet hy kan. Enigiemand kan, maar jy like nonsens praat.
Not much room to draw in to get the shot, yeah?
Yeah, the shot bowl is about a foot away from the white that's in the ditch. Yeah, now that bowl is a dead bowl. Didn't have the opportunity to touch the jack while it was on the playing surface, so it becomes a dead bowl and it gets taken out for this end.
Yeah, and for those who just saw, they replaced the jack on its original position because as soon as that bowl goes off the playing surface, it is considered dead, so it should not have any effect. And he's drawing another one.
So you can hear the Boland teammates edging him on. Got a nice little rub there to just come in for second shot. A little bit wide there for the shot I think he wanted to play. Werner under a bit of pressure here again.
And Northwest won't want to drop another multiple here. And it looks like might be the 2 down.
Yeah, and already 3 shots up on the set. So
See what Janko does here. He has about a meter to draw into. He just needs to get past that yellow ball. And he'll have another shot. Just doesn't want to make a
no,
contact.
it's just sneaking through. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, buddy.
Another shot. Tennis has got a good line over here.
Yeah, he has 2 options. I think he's trying either to promote Lizandri's ball up.
Yes, yes. Or
Or
to even
draw.
draw the shot. Look at this.
It's going to be close.
Brilliant second
Wonderful
shot.
second shot.
Very good draw that, eh?
Run your ball.
Indicating where he needs to end up with his foot.
Seems like that hand takes that little bit of extra grass.
Yeah.
Might be a little
Well,
bit tight.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, great effort there.
Any of your balls
Okay, Lizandri's ball is a toucher.
Yeah, so if tennis can get that bowl and push
Promote
it
it
through
in,
maybe
yeah.
a meter, it could actually, because it's a toucher, if it finishes in the ditch between the shot bowl and the jack, could actually get the shot. Just playing that forehand again, let's
Yeah.
see.
So that white ball will be his target. He's not far off. Just missing it slightly. Oh, so close. Uh-oh. Yeah, just the
yeah,
one.
just the one.
Yeah, that's 1-2.
Boland.
Boland.
And with one end to go in the second set, they are now 5-1 up.
Some wonderful balls being played there.
Yeah, these guys have certainly brought their best game with them. Seems like the preferred length that the Boland players are playing is with the mat an extra meter or 2 up and sort of like a medium length jack. So it's like a 3/4 end, which
yeah.
seems to be their favourite length, Jacques.
Yeah, and that comes back down to what we spoke earlier about having your tactical play where you want to play and where your natural length might be for your side as well.
Yeah, and the greens are running. I heard yesterday somebody say they're running at between 14 and 15 seconds. Oh, and that's a great
Yeah,
opener.
Sot, yeah,
great
that's a great-
opener from Jacques Spieneke.
That's exactly what your skip would want.
Correct.
Apparently this morning it was running a bit slower. When we started this morning it was running at about 12.
Okay.
But I think that might be just the overcast conditions adding to that.
Yes.
And a little bit of rain and we had last night, but not much. I don't think that will... I don't know about this area. I saw there was quite a bit of lightning, and when I was watching the Cheetahs playing Boland, the rugby at the stadium,
Okay.
it looked like there was a few umbrellas out.
Oh, I didn't
That's
even
ju-
know. I knew there was a lot of lightning, but it didn't seem to rain locally.
Yeah, in the area we were.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just fallen a little bit short there with his second bowl. But the first bowl has given his
Yeah.
team a great opener there. They're lying the one shot, so let's see what Lizandri can do. She had a brilliant line on her first bowl. Yeah, she's just pulled it a little bit. She's playing with a little bit too much weight. I would like to see her drawing closer to give her team a better chance.
It all starts from the pressure from your leads, the momentum of the game. If your lead can put on the pressure, it just makes it so much easier for your back rank when they get to the mat and they one or two up to look at tactical positioning of the bowls.
Yeah, that's a good bowl in the head as well, possibly counting. Tina's calling Johan on a draw there to get a bowl in the head. Little bit heavy, little bit wide.
It might just be that moving up of the mat and the placement that Boland is doing is working in their advantage. Northwest might prefer playing about a meter more.
Yeah.
Andrew running after this ball. As a coach, that's something I don't like seeing.
No, well, you know, we were actually having a discussion yesterday about how you interpret the conditions of play, Jacques. Conditions of play for this particular tournament state that the lead and second may not go up to the head. But bearing in mind that was Hanrei Pool's second bowl, you know, is he within his rights to actually run up after his bowl? To me, I don't think it's it's against the condition of play.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's a little bit of gamesmanship. Personally, because it does give a little bit of distraction from the person that's got to play second,
who's
to be able to look at the line nicely and have the player running up in front of him. So, yeah, that's just a personal opinion. But, yeah, it's an interesting question.
My problem with the running up, especially from your second, is more about the balance of the delivery, because 9 out of 10 times when you set yourself up to run, I find that the player normally, as soon as the ball is almost leaving his hand, he's already deciding to run. So sometimes they pull up a little bit on their delivery. So from a coaching point of view, I don't prefer. I would rather have them set on a stable base as they deliver the ball, rather be on the move.
Correct. I would support that 100%. It's not something I like to encourage either. Right. Don't think he's made it easier there. Just needed a blade of grass because his weight looks spot on to try and reach the head there. But it looks like Boland might still be holding maybe 1 or 2 shots there.
Yeah, looks like that ball from Jock Bones Bieneke is cemented to the jack.
Probably got his chewing gum or his pretty
Pretty putty, yeah.
Pretty putty.
Now for those non-bowlers, I was wondering why the ball is turning to the one side. It's not like there's a weight or something in that bowl that makes it turn that way. It's basically the shape of the bowl that basically changes the center of gravity and gives it its bias.
Yeah.
Reed Smith saying he used to run.
Yeah, Tina's coming down to the mat, shot down again. So it's not that his team haven't performed that well. It's just that the Boland players are really on top of their game here.
I think they've just adapted to the conditions a lot faster than Northwest, especially
Looking
with
very good, yeah.
Oh,
he didn't need that touch, eh? He
Yeah.
was spot on.
Because we have to remember Northwest had a bye in their first round, so they didn't have the warm-up the other sides have with a game and the finding of the conditions. They did have a warm-up on the rink next door just before play.
Yeah, I'm always a little bit disappointed when there's a bye in the section because, albeit that you go and have a little warm-up, it's not as competitive as actually playing a game. And obviously Boland won their previous game, so their tails were up.
Yeah. I think probably if you want to buy, you would want it either at your very first match or your last match.
Correct. Probably the last match, because
Yeah.
then your results are there and you've
And
got to
everyone-
wait to see what
Yeah,
happens.
and everybody has to catch you.
Yeah, there, Janko putting in a back bowl. He's obviously seen that Tennis is playing an aggressive shot, and it's likely that the jack could squeeze through there. Northwest looked like they have had the best back, and so he's put in a little bit of that insurance, perfect delivery insurance again, that excellent cover that we have as bowlers.
Yeah. I read watching this bowls all the way from Vietnam. Unfortunately, he says they don't have any lawn bowls in Vietnam, so he's missing playing bowls in South Africa.
Tennis taking one bowl out there. So two conceded with the measure for 3. So it looks like Boland will take the second set.
That's 3.
3. Yeah, so they've won that set 8-1, so that's 2 sets to love, and the overall score is 14-5.
That's quite a commanding lead going into the last set, so Northwest will need to win at least the first set or the first end of the next set and probably get a multiple somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, it's not going to be easy because this team of Boland are playing some good bowls. They're not on the top of the leaderboard for nothing.
Yeah, and I
They've
have to
really
say-
played some good bowls.
I have to say, overall, it's a good team performance as well, because if I had to pick a man of the match at this stage, to pick one out of the Boland side will be quite difficult.
Yeah, no, it's been a very good team effort from the lead up to the skip. Bowls in the head, covering, and playing an extremely good line with lovely weight.
And again, opting for that shorter length with the mat up.
Yeah, when it left the lead's hand, when it left Bones' hand, he knew he hadn't got the weight. He was already shaking his head, eh? But that's one of the few failures that he's had, so
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll adjust with his next one.
The way he's been playing, we know that second one, but Lysandre is not making it easy for him, putting him under pressure with her first ball.
Yeah, very, very good first bowl from Lysandre.
Sometimes it's strange as a bowler, you know exactly as that ball leaves your hand if it's going to be on target or not.
Correct. Yeah, he's adjusted his weight perfectly, and he's drawn the shot.
What a wonderful ball, and get his touch as well.
Yeah, a little wonderful adjustment there.
And like we said, he wasn't going to let that first ball affect him.
Lysandre with a lovely line, just playing with that little bit of weight and then finishing in a good spot. Yeah, Skip's happy with that bowl. It just splits the two back ones. Because I think what Boland can do, they'll obviously play to win the third set as well. But they've got this commanding lead, as you said. And so bowls in the head and covering the back is going to be important for them not to drop big numbers.
Yeah, preventing that multiples. I wonder if that one was planned for the 2-meter mark.
Well, he's
asking for cover.
Janko asking for that 2-meter mark from his second.
just in case they burn it.
Yeah, and he's done what his skipper's asked him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, all you want to do is just, if you're going to drop something, just drop one.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see these youngsters thinking about that, showing that they understand the game tactics.
Exactly. Well, you know, quite a few of these youngsters have played in this competition for a number of years. As I said to you earlier, Iziel Fourie, the manager of the Boland side, formerly played in this tournament herself, then went on to win the under-30 Masters some years ago in the singles, and plays in the Open Inter-District side for Boland herself. She mentioned to me that 3 out of the 4 players here have come through the under-19 ranks. And so, yes, the conditions of play don't change very often. You just got to update yourself if they do. So, yes, they're very familiar with what is required.
Yeah, and I was speaking to a spectator yesterday from Sables. I said, I would be very scared playing these guys if they continue playing at this level for the next 10 years, because they'll have 20 years of experience at the very top competitive level.
Yeah, wonderful.
And like we had in the previous match, we had Bradley Wilkinson skipping for Citibank. I remember when I started the live streaming here at the Junior Nationals, he was playing in the under-15 side.
There we go. Yeah, yeah.
Winning a bronze medal.
Fantastic. And that's from one of the smaller districts in the country, Citibank. I'm not quite sure what their membership is, but not a very big district. And it's wonderful to see that they've got teams participating.
Yeah, and now if I remember correctly, I think that was the first year they entered the under-15 side as well.
Yes.
So the team progressing from there, and I think the next year they won a silver medal. So definitely showing the benefits of starting, getting involved in this tournament and getting into the medals. And many of these youngsters, like we said, some of them are already playing in the Open and the B sides for their districts as well.
Yeah. Having been involved in this tournament for possibly the last 12, 13 years, I mean, for me, it is just so heartwarming seeing how these youngsters enjoy themselves and how their skills level has improved in terms of when I first got involved. And, you know, we've got to actually take our hats off to the coaches and the support staff in the clubs and in the district that offer up their time. You know, this is a game where volunteers are crucial to the development of our players, and a lot of those volunteers go unnoticed. So it's something that we really need to commend to those volunteers that do get involved, the coaches that do it for nothing and have the best interests of this game we all love at heart.
I have to say, that's the other nice thing, is while the players are getting together and meeting each other and catching up with old friends, it's almost the same when we see the managers that have come over the years. If I look at Brian Oxley, who just walked past, and I met up with Terry as well from JBA, and like when you were still involved here, it was always a highlight hearing how the year's going and what's happening with the juniors in each district.
That's it, yeah. So here we've got Boland lying the shot. Looks like Northwest have got 2 seconds. Tina's playing on the back end to see if he can try and turn that shot ball out.
And he's getting so close.
Just another second. So 1-2 Boland. So they start off the third set. On the first end, a 1. Overall, the score is 15-5. So they just keeping their noses ahead.
Yeah, almost putting a little bit of the foot on the accelerator. Just keeping up that pressure they started.
Yeah, and just moving that mat up an extra couple of paces. So that's definitely a strategy that's worked for them, Jacques. with moving that mat up a little bit. We were talking about Sedibeng and them earlier on. They've played 9 ends. They're playing against Eastern Province, who I think we mentioned were third in the section.
Yeah, or second in the section currently.
Oh, are they? Okay. And Sedibeng 9, EP 10. So that looks like it's going to go down to the wire as well after 9 ends. So they got a few to go.
Yeah, in my home district, playing on rink 5. One of my youngsters is playing lead there that I coach.
Fantastic.
So, trying to be as unbiased as I can. Like I say, I only have one biological son, but many children.
That's it. Well, when you're a coach, that's what you do. It's just wonderful. I find it so rewarding that you can actually put in time. It's time that you do voluntarily, but once those youngsters step onto the green and make you proud, that sacrifice, as they say, is well worth it.
The current score there, Northern Cape leading BGN 10-7 after 8 ends. And then we have on rink 1, we have Eden versus Northern Free State. That's a close match at this stage. Looks like it's 9-7.
Yeah, no, some of these games are very, very close. Lovely leading from Lazandri, 2 outstanding bowls there. Put Andrew from Boland under a little pressure. Let's see how he performs under pressure here. Skip's asking him just to draw close. He's got quite a nice positional bowl there. Skip's very happy with that.
Now Tina's asking Johan just to go and rest out that last ball. Make it free. It's going to bend in nicely from that angle. And he has great weight. And he's beaten that front ball. I think it's in the count. He's asking for a more attacking shot from his second.
Yeah, they've got that positional bowl there, so let's see. He's asking for him to make contact with those bowls. So Lazandri's bowl is obviously touching the jack, and if there's a bit of movement there, then that positional bowl of theirs could score.
He's not far off here. Oh!
What an outstanding effort.
And great weight control. At least that bowl is staying on the green as well. Like you said, more balls on the green, the more you have to work with.
Correct.
That's
100%.
a controlled weight.
Yes. So one of the updates we didn't give you is Sables is playing against Ekurhuleni on the screen on rink 3, and Sables look like they're up against Ekurhuleni there. They're just in front of the scoreboard, so we'll give you an update in a few minutes. So we've got Fuzzy William van der Merwe on the mat for Boland. Looks like
a nice pair of socks there on Fuzzy.
That's it. Yeah, that's awesome with the youngsters with their socks. Lekker gees. Yeah, another ball waiting there. Good back position.
Yeah, that score is 3-11 in favor of Sables after 9 ends.
That's a good bowl there from Ronan behind the jack. Nice positional bowl. Yeah, William on a good track here. Let's see. No, just that little bit wide, but still keeping the bowl on the green. So it'll be down to Yanko to see if he can try and pop that jack.
Yeah, I just get a feeling I don't think this first one is going to be anything short.
No, I don't think so. He's just looking. He's just looking at the angles there, hey?
I don't think he's going to play this one with controlled weight. He has
Let's-
that advantage of the scoreboard for him to maybe try it on his first bowl. But he looks like a calm character, so maybe we won't have that rush of blood.
Yeah, let's see.
He's
He's going to
setting up
take
the
him his
mat.
time, having a look at the scoreboard, cleaning his bowl nicely,
Oh, you can
checking
see
his line.
you can see the difference between yesterday's matches that we were live streaming.
Yeah.
Yes, he's definitely
Full
going
go.
it, and he's
Full
not
go,
far off.
one-
Oh, woo!
I don't know how he missed that. From here, it looked like a winner all the way, hey?
Yeah. I think Lizandri's bowls just pulled in at the last minute, seeing that freight train coming its way.
Yeah. Because if he'd have got the edge of that second shot, he would have scattered. He would have probably got both out with
Now,
that
I have
weight.
to say, I'm quite worried if he hit that one, what the white ball might hit my camera at the back.
Yes, that could, hey? Have you got insurance?
Yes, we do. Perfect delivery insurance on that.
Fantastic. There we go. Nothing wrong with that.
And we have a backup camera as well. So he's more than welcome to try it again.
Oh,
but yeah,
Tina's putting
Tina's
in a blocker there. It might change Yanko Yankee Panky Kaiser's shot. Let's see. He's having a good look
Yeah,
there,
he's still
discussing
having a
it
look.
with his team as well.
I actually might change Janko's hand to the other one.
It looks like from the mat here, it looks like there is a port in there. If he finds that port with more controlled
Controlled
weight, I think he could get the shot or, push
Hey,
the
has
jack
all the
out.
back bowls. It's only Roland's blue bowl that's between that yellow bowls and the red bowls
Yes.
at the back.
Yeah, he is playing the forehand. That's the shot that we were thinking about. He's going to get a 1-2, yeah?
Oh, he's
not.
getting a
Taken-
result.
He's
And
moved
I
it.
think it's still the Zandri's ball is staying on the green.
It actually went with, eh?
And I think that's a touch. So it's not a touch, yeah. I'm still holding one. And that one is a second shot. The problem is he doesn't want to. A nice view of the action. My wife in production, Gesina. Getting you all the shots, the
Yeah,
camera
I-
angles. He just needs to be careful not to get a touch onto Lizandri's ball and ditch
And
that
lose
one.
his own. Maybe he's ditching the jack for
Yes,
two.
and he has, yeah.
Brilliant
Oh,
shot
what
there.
a ball by
Brilliant
Tinus.
tennis. Yeah, he's definitely been under a lot of pressure, but he's performed very well. Trying to keep his side in this tie, Jacques.
Yeah.
Certainly looks like quite a composed youngster. He also does he play in the Open Inter-District side for Northwest tennis?
I think he was in the B side.
He's in the B side,
I
yeah.
think if I remember correctly.
So that's also invaluable experience for him, and certainly keeping the troops in the hunt here.
15-6.
Yeah, should be 15-6.
7.
7.
4-2-6.
7.
Yeah, score moving on to, it's 2-1 to Northwest after 2 ends in the third set, but overall Boland still ahead on the score, 15-7. I see Northwest have stuck with the tactic of pulling the mat up a little bit. Lizandri, beautiful line, just that meter short.
Mr. Bone Bieneke, Jock. Drawing the shot. Was a little bit under the line there, but she doesn't look happy about that one.
no,
Yeah, her
she's-
hand goes up in the air.
You know,
The weight was perfect.
that's it. Sometimes you've just got to trust that call from your skip, because Tina said to her that red bowls shouldn't be in your way.
Yeah.
Just play exactly the same
Same
line. But obviously, she,
Yeah,
in
just
her
in the eye,
mind,
yeah, so it's
in
a
the
mental
mind,
thing.
she wasn't happy with that side.
I'm going to sit next to her there just to get some composure back. One on close to the ditch here by Jock. The lead from Boland.
Looks like a very good line coming down here from Johan. It's all in his weight. Yeah, he's, oh my goodness, has he got the weight? It looks spot on.
Oh,
Just that meter out.
That actually one looked like it pulled up a little bit. Maybe he pulled up that handbrake too early.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks to be a good one as well.
Very, very good.
Yeah, what a ball.
Yeah, these guys from Boland, this team from Boland, certainly on top of their game.
Yeah, and Ripoel there, Puli, as you referred to.
Better weight, yeah, from the second, Johan.
And he's promoting that ball up, and I think
And
it's
that
going to
looks
be.
like the shot.
Oh,
Yeah, Janko stepping in there. William was going to call him on the backhand, but Janko still liking that forehand. Another back bowl here. From here, it looks like the Northwest bowl could be holding the shot.
Yeah.
Jacques.
I'll see if we can. It's difficult on the camera angle as well, but I think it's very close. We'll go on our gut feel.
Yeah. Certainly, with the weight that Henry was playing, I thought possibly the shot
Yeah.
could be down.
They were definitely trying to get onto that shot bowl.
Yeah, let's see what Fuzzy William van der Merwe does. Oh, sorry, it's Ronan on the mat, and he's just drawn the shot. No doubt now, Northwest holding one definite, and we're not 100% sure about the second, but we think it could be two. Janko calling for a nice positive shot up to those shot bowls to see if he can make a change. The weight looks very, very good, but just that little bit wide. Tina's calling for Ronan to now put in a back bowl. I don't think he's got any back bowls. The three best backs all belong to Boland. Putting in a back bowl. Hopefully it's going to stay on the green. Yeah.
Yeah, just be aware, we are getting quite a few scammers on our feed, posting links, so please don't click on any of those links. You can watch the bowls here for free, no need to enter any details, no need to go to any other site. You can enjoy the stream for free on Facebook and YouTube on the official Bowls Go Live. We even had a fake profile created for Bowls One Sport for Life, trying to get the players, the viewers over to some of these scam sites.
Goodness me, that is terrible.
Yeah, unfortunately that comes with the success. We become a target.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you keep on warning the viewers, so hopefully people take notice of what you're saying, Jacques, and don't click on any of these strange links and put themselves at risk.
Yeah, no need to. You can enjoy the bowls for free. No need to enter any of your details. And yeah, remember to follow only the official links. And we'll, if you have your notifications on our page, this is going to be
Janko
close.
is looking very, very good. Oh, he took
what
his
an
own ball
attempt.
out, but he did touch the jack. He was a little bit unlucky there. So Northwest holding the 2.
Yeah, just an update there. It looks like tennis played for the A side for Northwest, not the B side, so you're definitely open.
Yeah, so obviously using that invaluable experience to lead his team here at in Bloemfontein in the under 30s, and he's done a great job. Albeit that the side is behind from Northwest, he's certainly played some good bowls.
Yeah, now, if I'm correct, I think tennis is dating Lisandri.
Yes, they are. They are. You're quite right
Power
about
couple.
that. Yes. I wonder, do they play in the mixed pairs
No,
together?
no.
Not the divorce. In inverted commas, we know the mixed pairs to be known as the divorce pairs. So yes, sometimes couples don't play together.
I heard a story there in my local area, one of the players, where his wife signed the card after the trial ends because she didn't want to play with her husband anymore.
Oh my word, that's quite serious, eh? Yo. Yanko playing with weight again, but it's holding out this time. Yeah, these greens, the surfaces are lovely, but when you're playing that pound-on shot, you actually need to play a little bit more direct for the head. 3 conceded so far by Boland. Measure for the 4th.
Just a quick update. Apparently, we've been saying Janko's name incorrectly. It's Johanko.
Oh, apologies for that.
Well, just maybe refer to him as Yanky Planky.
I think so. So apologies, but we just gave him a new name. We thought that Yanko was better. So apologies to if we've offended any of
it's his
our...
mom.
Sorry, Ma, but ja, ons is...
Ja, dalk is ons so makliker reg gekry het as ons Afrikaanse kommentaar gelewer het.
Ja, nee.
Johanko Keizer. Dit klink dalk meer as Janko.
Ja, en ek is 'n Engelse boertjie, so dit is nie maklik vir my nie. Right, so Northwest picking up a 4 there, looks like it, eh? Is that right?
No, they moved on
No,
to
they
10.
picked up a 3.
The 3.
It was a 3. Yeah, so they are now 5-1 up in the 3rd set, with Boland having won the first 2 sets.
And they slowly clawing back in the overall score. It's currently 15-10.
This, however, is the one end. This is
one
the
end
last
to go,
end.
so they need to score a 6 to win. But they might win this set. And they won the first, they lost the first set and the second set. So that will be the 1 point.
Oh, he's drawn a perler.
Yeah, we have Sanet Krinsinger watching the game at Oranje. Johan is saying you should be working.
Sanet, don't listen to them. Don't let them bully you. You're entitled to your tea break, eh?
The games are not finished yet, so she's doing the scores over on that side, doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, and to those of you that don't know, Sonette is on this tournament committee, but she is the president of Gauteng Bowls, and her and her team of committee of Gauteng Bowls have really...
I refer to them as the 2 Chantels.
The 2 Chantels, but under the leadership of Sonette Kritzinger, are doing a great job with giving bowls the true rewards on Facebook and social media. The coverage to expose this game of bowls to the youngsters and to those people that have never tried the game. So do yourselves a favor, as Jacques has mentioned before. If you are watching and you are a bowler, share this with your friends and expose this game of bowls. Let the youngsters see that it's one sport for all, and no longer can we call it old man's marbles.
Yes. Now, I think if there's one showcase that shows what bowls is, it's this junior national tournament.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, no, we're seeing some outstanding bowls, yeah, on the rink next door where we've got Northern Free State Juniors playing against Eden. The Northern Free State lead has just put 2 bowls within about 4 centimeters of the jack.
That's Megan Gerber. She had a good game in the previous match as well.
Yeah, let's have a look and see. Being
Endro.
asked to play a more attacking
Oh,
shot.
and he's got that shot ball out.
Yep, he has.
High fives all round.
So, can I ask him the question about Excuse me. Can I ask you? So, to those of you that are watching our live streaming, we've got the chairman the convener of the tournament committee, Mr. Johan van der Vat, with us. And Johan, I'd like to ask you your view. Johan and I, Jacques and I were talking a little bit earlier on. You know, every tournament has its conditions of play. Excuse me. And in this particular tournament, in the conditions of play, it states that the lead and second may not go up to the head. We've noticed here in this game, Boland, the second, whether he's the last person on the mat of the seconds, or he is the first person on the mat, he tends to run after his bowl. Your view on that, please?
Good afternoon, everybody. The conditions of play, asking or stopping the front rank to go up to the head is mainly because of the time constraints on the match. But once you've played your bowls, you are allowed to run after it and go up to the head, if that is what you're referring to. Yeah, so it's just the agreement or the rule that you need to be in the head behind your bowl when your bowl reaches the end. So as long as that happens, we're happy.
Yeah, and now from a coach's point of view, are you in the same view as me? You would prefer the player stick longer on the mat and keep his balance than rather run after the ball?
Yes, for sure. I believe that the delivery ends after the follow-through. And if the follow-through is not there, from a coach's point of view, I don't like to see people standing up too quickly and running after the ball.
And I think you would agree with me. Normally when the player does run after it, it's almost like his ball almost stops short, like he's almost pulling it up at the last end and losing that bit of momentum going forward.
Yes. He's normally a meter short if he gets up too quick.
He's normally closer to the jack by the time the ball stops than his own ball.
Exactly.
Thanks for your comments, Johan. Much appreciated. It's always nice for our viewers to hear different points of view. And Johan is very involved with junior bowls and with coaching. So thank you very much for your input, Johan.
Thank you.
Johan did a bit of switching last year at the juniors. So he was on production for a while. So now he's been on the other side of the mic and on the other side of the cameras as well.
I wonder why they changed my job.
Maybe you're a jack of all trades, eh? But Johan, preparation for this tournament, we didn't do an exact count of the numbers, but just off the cuff with the youngsters, the under 15s, under 18s at Orangia Bowling Club and the under 25s here at Studente, there's over 300 youngsters involved over here, and it must have taken quite a bit of organisation to get it to where the tournament is doing so well now.
Yes, of course. There's 302 players here this year. It's unfortunately we're 6 teams less than last year, but we're working on it. And like for instance, KZN has already promised to send a team next year. And yes, we've got a strong team working. We've got a strong team working on the administration of the tournament, and with good leadership from BSA, we always get it right to present a good tournament.
And then again, with the sponsorship you get from the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, that also, if that sponsorship can continue going forward, that bodes very well for the future.
Of course, we're obviously grateful for every cent that we can put into the development. We would just like to see the sponsorship increasing instead of decreasing.
Yeah, well, that's why we've got to keep the game of bowls on the map and get our kids and our friends that are on Facebook, that are bowlers, to share the links, the correct links, not the scammer links, with their friends and family, to just see how the sport of bowls is conducive to any age, and to welcome. I mean, any of the youngsters here would welcome friends to come and play this wonderful sport.
Yes. So from BSA side, we've got a very strong drive to get the schools, the bowls, recognized as a school sport. In provinces like Gauteng, BGN has already done, and JBA has done a lot of work to get that, to get it recognized, and we're moving forward. It's small steps, but we are moving forward.
Well, that's great news. I've been involved in this tournament as a manager, and to see the sport growing is really encouraging. And if the support that we get from the Department of Sports and Arts and Culture continues, it will be great to continue to get this or to keep the sport alive.
Yes, of course. But we're very positive, and all the signs are there that we're on an up curve. Bowls is definitely not dying. It's not a dying sport. It's a growing sport.
Fantastic. Well, to you and your committee, and to the Bowls South Africa and everybody involved, all the volunteers at the clubs doing the catering for the youngsters, and the barmen, the greenkeepers. I think the greenkeepers have done a great job this week with the greens again. And anybody that's involved in the tournament, we, on behalf of all the players and those loving the sport, we're very grateful for your input and your contribution in making this tournament such a success.
Only a privilege. Thank you.
Right, so just a recap on the game we've been watching.
So that last end, Norway is picking up one, so they're winning that set 6-1, but overall losing the match 15-11.
Made a good comeback there.
Yeah.
It was quite a competitive game, although the score, the shots.
I think those 2 fours were the deciders, basically.
Correct, you're 100% correct. And as we said at the start, with the sets format, if you drop a big number, it's very hard to recover. And I think the game was very competitive, but Boland keeping the flag flying, and they were heading the section, and the 4 they've just picked up against Northwest puts them in good stead for the rest of the tournament.
Thanks for joining us in the commentary again, Jenny.
Only a pleasure, absolute pleasure. And watching such a wonderful game of bowl, Jacques, I thank you for your invitation.
Yeah, now you saw the action from the other side as well. You're becoming a regular here in the commentary box. We might have to move you from selection to commentary.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think the selection is.
We'll borrow you every now and then.
That's it, as long as I don't overdo it. But it's an absolute pleasure to sit and watch these youngsters, and I really thank Bowls South Africa for the opportunity of serving on the selection standing committee and being able to add value. We'll certainly keep the flag flying, and try and identify or look at the talent here and keep an eye on these youngsters for the future.
Yeah, I think your main problem is I think there might be too much talent at this competition.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of talent, but you know what? It really starts at district level. So as a selector, and certainly not speaking on behalf of my colleagues, but having been involved in the sport for over 30 years, I think the main thing is that the clubs and the districts need to add value by recognizing players with talent and developing them, so that by the time we as Bowl South Africa selectors get their record forms, that we get the right
Yeah.
information, and
You can
it
identify
makes-
it.
yeah,
the
it makes-
identification is just a lot easier.
correct, 100% correct. So, sometimes at district level or club level, people, just because they don't like somebody, don't recognize them. And I think it's about how you play the game. But then if somebody is a little bit short on the etiquette side or on the behavior side, is to actually take the youngster aside
good.
and actually highlight the areas that need a bit of improvement and monitor the progress. Obviously, if the youngster doesn't want to take that
then you
input,
know it's not-
then you know it's not worth pursuing that
Yeah.
that career.
Yeah, but thanks.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Jacques. It's
thanks
been
to
a
all
pleasure.
thanks to all our viewers as well who've enjoyed this broadcast. We had quite a few viewers. I think we went over 100 on both streams.
Yeah, well, certainly, they're looking at wonderful bowls over here. And once again, thank you to your team for the outstanding live streaming.
Yeah, and our next match will be Ekurhuleni versus Northern Free State. So yeah, see you all in a bit. They're gonna have a quick lunch while we just set up the cameras for the other direction. But yeah, thank you everybody, and we'll see you all in a bit. Thank you. Goodbye.